What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the NoFaceCrypto channel. What is no faces, no case? You feel me? I'm gonna get into this video real quick. First things first, I just want to say, look, we're a small channel, very, very small channel right now. So for the two people, excuse me, for the two people, hold on, let me get this over. All right, for the two people who subscribe to my channel today, I just want to say thank you very much. I don't have you guys' names. I'm not going to put you on blast or anything like that, but I want to thank you very much for subscribing to my channel, and I really appreciate that. So we're going to get that out of the way real quick. Thank you. And for every person, thank you. For every new subscriber, just thank you. Now, I want to let y'all know, NoFaceCrypto is not rich. Okay, I don't know if you could tell or not. If I was rich, I wouldn't be on YouTube. NoFaceCrypto is not rich. Meaning, I don't have a driver that can just drive me around places and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So here's what I'm getting at, okay? We'll just start off like this. This is a true story. It just happened to me, okay? I have ADHD, and I don't know. I misplaced my wallet, okay? Now, I don't know where I put the wallet. I swore I took it out of my I took my card out of my wallet to get gas, right? Now, because I don't have a driver, I have to go and get out and pump my own gas because NoFace isn't rich. He has to go and pump his own gas. So I'm pumping my gas, bro. Pump my gas. I think I pulled my car out of my wallet, but honestly, I got ADHD. I was on the phone pumping my gas, and then a crackhead came up to me. This is real spill, guys. Like, this really happened. This all happened at once. So I misplaced my wallet. I don't have it right now. I don't know where it is. All right. But I'm going to get to that later. This crackhead comes up to me and she goes, I'll give you $10 if you drive me to the CVS down the street. But the CVS is like maybe like a half mile. It's maybe like a half mile. All right, I get it. She don't want to, but it's not worth $10 to go down the street. Also, she was a crackhead and it doesn't look like she had. I'm not gonna go there. But anyway, I lost my wallet and I realized I didn't have it at one point. So we're left with two options here, guys. All right, three options. And none of them, all right, three options and two of them are terrible. One, because I checked everywhere, guys. I don't know where I could have put it. One, I left it on top of my car, and in that case, the thing, it's loose. So like I'm telling you, all them things, everything that was in my wallet just flew out. There's no way I'm finding it, and not where I was at. It ain't sticking around. Or it got stolen, and the crackhead was a distraction, and somehow, some way, it got stolen, which I find unlikely. I like to think I'm usually on point. Okay, so there's that. Or I left it at the place I was before, in which that case it's completely fine. I have no clue. I have no clue. And where I'm getting at with this is, you know, what's in my wallet? All right, maybe I have a few cards, a debit card, you know, an ID or two, right? But you know what's not in my wallet? My seed phrase. You know what's not in my wallet? My cold storage. So this is what I know this was like a stupid tangent to go on, guys, but this is very important. Like things happen, all right? You could lose your phone, you could lose your wallet, and all that information is cooked. You know what I'm saying? At that point it's vulnerable information. You know what I'm saying? Insurance cards, medical cards, IDs, debit credit cards. All that stuff is it's no good if it gets stolen or if you lose it. If you misplace it, like I don't feel comfortable knowing that I don't know where my wallet is right now. You know, that's not great. And so it's the same thing with your crypto. You know, if you have cold storage and you don't know where that cold storage is, sorry, I apologize, and you don't know where that cold storage is, you're gonna be like, what the heck? What the heck's going on? You're gonna be scared. Like me right now, I don't have my wallet, guys. NoFaceCrypto doesn't have his wallet right now. What's gonna happen? No, I'm gonna prevail. You know what I'm saying? But this is why you need to have your assets in different places and stuff like that, and be prepared for everything. You know, because boom, lose my wallet, lose my phone. Then what? You know, I don't want to lose everything when I lose my wallet and lose my phone. So, you know, spread apart. understand what you're doing, and even with regular money, even with debit cards, credit cards, all that stuff, make sure, like, I'm so happy. I'm fine, and I can replace the stuff that was in my wallet, and there's no cash in there or anything, but it's just the thought. Like, imagine you had 250K on a debit card, and you lose your wallet, and that they ran up a bag. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be careful, and I'm gonna get my get back. I'm gonna get my stuff back. It's fine. I only got to replace a few things. It's okay. It's just a minor inconvenience. Um, but it made me realize, dang, what if I lost? What if I lost cold storage? What if I lost all this other stuff? You know what I'm saying? So, gotta be careful. I gotta be careful out there. Stay vigilant. Same with me. I gotta stay vigilant. Honestly, I was not on point. That was not my on point, my most on point moment, and because of it, I don't know where my wallet is. And honestly, it could have been something I misplaced like a half hour before and didn't even realize. I don't know, but it's okay. It's just crazy to think about, guys. So that's something to think about. I know it's stupid. A lot of people probably won't lose their wallets. But if you do, you wouldn't. I'm sure you wouldn't want your seed phrase in there. If you didn't know where your wallet was truly, like I do right now, you wouldn't want your seed phrase in your wallet. That's your crypto. That's your lifeline to this. So just to stress the importance there. All right. And also, if your house burns down, do you have a copy of your seed phrase somewhere where it's not your house? You got to ask yourself these questions. All this stuff is super, super important. I just lost my wallet. Now hopefully, like, I lost it and it wasn't actually stolen. But if it was stolen, my ID's in there. My address is in there. You know what I'm saying? So when you have these assets and stuff like that, it gets dangerous. You got to really stay vigilant and stay on point. We're gonna hope for the best. But this is why you keep stuff in different places. I am not connected fully to my assets. If someone comes in here, comes in my house and tries to rob me and all this stuff happens, I'll be all right. Because you gotta have safes, and not like a physical safe, but you gotta have multiple layers of protection against you, yourself, and your assets. I know myself so well that I've already prepared for a situation like this. That's why it's like kind of funny, but it's just something to think about, guys. You got to really, really think about it. It's not a joke out there, and just imagine. This is why you got to take this stuff very, very seriously. Education in this space is number one. But enough of me talking. I've been literally rambling for like minutes. I apologize, guys. Let's get into what you guys really want to hear about. ZEBEC, ZBCN. I mean, all day we've been pumping. I don't really know where we started. I haven't really looked, to be completely honest. I think we were around like the fivers. And we're all the way up almost 7 o'clock. 7. We're hitting like a 7 wall right now. Is 007. No pun intended. But each time we're hitting these resistances, we're making a new floor, guys. I've said it before in previous videos, especially with a project this early. I need you guys to understand, I'm not like a major chart person. I don't really know 100%. Like, I know what certain things look like. I know what a good chart looks like, but understand that, like, in a project so early like ZBCN, it's not even about the value that it might bring later on if you make an investment here. I really want to talk on a serious level. It's more important that you learn right now what an asset that's pretty much brand new looks like, and what a brand new chart looks like, and what it looks like when it develops. You're getting in almost ground floor here, and you're learning what support levels a chart is building right off the bat, guys. I mean, we've seen this multiple times on this channel already. We've built a floor in the 3s, in the 4s, in the 5s, and now we're about to build a floor in the 6s. Absolutely insane. You can see it right here. Floor 6-2, floor 6-5, floor 6-9. All right. I mean, these are the ceilings we've been jumping off, and then we've been hitting these floors like 5-6s. Sorry, 5-3, 6. That's now a floor. 6-4. That is now a floor. 6-5. That is now a floor. So it just keeps getting higher and higher. Once we hit a floor above 7, it's going to be the same kind of parabolic rung we see. It's like every hard cent or like fraction of a penny is a bullish sentiment for retail to get in here. And I think once they understand, a lot of people might be scared to buy in right now, but like it's been like 11 days like this in a row, and if you don't understand what's happening here, then it's fine. I don't really have to explain to you. For the ones who do care, from what I've seen a I've seen a 20% drop in like 11 days, and a new floor being like it seems like every day, every close, there's a new floor being set. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we see 70 or 007 by the close or by tomorrow, and we might be up by 008 tomorrow. And at this rate, it's literally being a consistent 50, 40, 30% every single day. We'll be at a penny, or you just hit 70 right there. You guys just saw it on the screen. We'll be at a penny in, I would say within the week. Not within within next week, 100%. But that is not financial advice, and don't take it from me. I know this is very uncharted territory, and when people are speaking about charts and stuff like that, a lot of chart analysts won't take into account how new this project is. And so sometimes you gotta ball all that written shit down, all that math down. You gotta throw it out the window and just look at it at face value. And that's what I really try to do on this channel. You guys won't hear me giving too many price prediction or anything like that. Like, yes, I want ZBCN to go to $1. Do I think it will reach $1 one day? Absolutely. That is my personal opinion. Unless it's just some crazy rug pull. But guess what? We ball. If it's a rug pull, it's a rug pull. You don't get risk without reward in this space. That's another thing that you guys have to understand. But yeah, a lot of crazy stuff going on, and I'll just get into some news real quick before I end this video. I don't want to make it too long. I know you guys kind of like the short form content, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. ZBCN, go to the moon. Anyway, just two pieces of good sentiment from XRP and ZEBEC. We've got ZEBEC partnership with Science Card, and we've got Science Card. It allows users to send, receive, pay, and save money through its easy-to-use application. Users can then spend using physical and digital cards in over 210 countries, while also contributing to research in areas of interest, in a statement ZEBEC said. So this is just going to allow their footprint to get even bigger here. Super, super bullish news for ZEBEC. And obviously, we have Ripple coming in soon. Maybe. We'll see, but this is very, very bullish news for ZEBEC. Now we're starting to see the news come out a little bit. As you can see, last 7 days, 100%. Last 24 hours, 31%. If you guys would have bought it at 52 cents, which is the low for today, would have been fine. And at that moment, it seemed like the high. That's what you guys gotta understand here. Is it's all about perspective. Okay, if you don't believe, it's fine. And if you want to be scared about the charts and don't want to buy in because of a pump, it's fine. But the ones who make money in this space don't care. I'm telling you right now, they don't care. So you buy, you hold. If you have the stomach to look at the day-to-day swings, do that 100%. But if you don't, you buy and you hold and you don't think about it. Because it's not really healthy. It's not healthy for your mental to just look at this all day, 24/7. You got to get outside. You got to touch grass. I harp on that. Stay healthy. This isn't a healthy space to be in exactly. So, yeah. As you can see, we've got 10% on meme coins across the board, aka shit coins. Forget about them. Bitcoin and Ethereum is a shit coin. XRP is not a shit coin, and I will show you why next. We've had a pretty big dump on XRP, actually. It was at like 240 not too long ago, 20 cents. Not a big deal. I need you guys to understand people are up 4x on XRP right now, so who cares? Okay. Anyway, next. We have XRP has announced plans to purchase up to 10, or has Hyperscale Data has announced plans to purchase up to 10 million worth of XRP in preparation for the launch of its new blockchain-based lending platform in the third quarter of 2025. So what we're talking about here is DeFi. And honestly, I'm just gonna say something else before I end this video. XRP isn't exactly designed for DeFi, but they have a spot in every single aspect of this space, whether you like it or not. And so I was scrolling through social media, and I seen someone say ZEBEC has real utility and XRP is all hype. So if you're here for a ZEBEC video, I need you guys to understand first, real quick, if you're here for ZEBEC and some ZEBEC maxi and you think I'm going to tell you you're going to make $1 million on ZEBEC, no. Okay. You make $1 million when you have the conviction to hold for so long that you don't even care about 20% drops. You don't care if you're buying in when it's up 30%. Who cares? Who cares? There's certain risks that applies to certain projects, and this was a risk that a lot of people were willing to take with the ZEBEC. So you guys just gotta lock in. But as I was saying, someone literally said that ZEBEC has real utility and that XRP is all hype and fluff. Guys, don't be mad if you didn't buy XRP at 50 cents. Don't be mad if you feel like you don't have an opportunity to stack up on a lot of XRP right now. Yes, more exposure is better. The more coins, the earlier the project, that's all better. Essentially, if it's all, good to go, everything's green, that's fine. But the XRP, like, guys, this is not too late. It's not too late. And I don't know, I've just been seeing a lot of FUD about XRP recently, and I wouldn't have had a bag to put into ZEBEC if it wasn't for XRP. So maybe my opinion's a little biased, but a lot of people here are chasing meme coins and chasing BS, and I'm gonna be completely honest, like, there's certain projects I love that I had to divest in for ZEBEC. And it is what it is. Sometimes you ball, and I'm up, y'all. I'm up right now, so it's fine. I can go buy back into those projects right now if I wanted to. We have long-term goals on this channel at NoFaceCrypto. But back to XRP. I mean, I've been seeing so much FUD about XRP recently, and I just don't understand it. People, I bought in. Like, this is gonna sound crazy. I don't know how you guys think, but I bought into XRP after someone told me about it. They are watching this channel, so shout out to them. They may or may not be one of my 12 subscribers. I don't think they're subscribed to this channel, but I don't know. They might be watching. But I got put on. You know what I'm saying? And I basically bought into XRP purely because of the reason that the SEC was suing them. And I know that sounds crazy, but sometimes you got to be in that mindset. You got to love opposition. And when you understand how regulated organizations regulate unregulated goods, you start to understand what was really happening here. So I will never be against XRP. I'll never be an XRP bear, or whatever you want to call it. Will XRP go 100x this cycle? No. Probably not. But XRP is a long-term holding. If you're not okay with that, then go throw your money into something else, not financial advice. Would I love XRP to go to so much money tomorrow that I could do whatever I want for the rest of my life? Absolutely. But that's not reality here, and you got to be smart in this space, okay? You try and chase too hard, you're going to get smoked. All right? Sometimes opportunities just come up to you, and you take those opportunities as they come. ZEBEC, ZBCN is one of those opportunities. XRP is also still one of those opportunities. Right now, XRP it's an amazing time to buy XRP. You'll never see XRP under $1 ever again. Forget about it in the bear cycle. It doesn't matter. Just buy some XRP. Okay, not financial advice. But with something like ZEBEC, like, if I had 50 grand right now, at the amount I had, like, I would literally throw 40 of that into XRP and the other 10 into ZBCN at these prices. ZBCN will still probably outpace XRP for this cycle. I don't see them getting regulated, but once XRP gets regulated, it gives kind of a green light to all these other coins in the utility space. You gotta understand, XRP is so big. So big. It was $100 billion market cap at 50 cents, and people weren't buying it. And now it's at $2, and people are complaining that it's too expensive, and they're trying to FUD XRP. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. But I'm not going to go on any longer about that. Believe in what you hold, and don't let me talk you into it or talk you out of it or any of that stuff. If you want to hold other projects, that's completely fine. I talk about what I believe in on this channel, and you know, I don't got too much technical analysis or anything else to tell you guys right now. You can see this chart. It's all green. There's not much to say. And people may hate me that I say this is easy. When there's an opportunity in front of you and it's a good opportunity, you just know. You just know. And I can't explain it. I don't get this feeling with a lot of coins. I've gotten this feeling for XRP. I've gotten this feeling for ZBCN. So with all due respect, we ball. NoFaceCrypto is going to get out of here. I'm not going to waste this video. I've been talking for 20 minutes, so I'm just not going to waste this video. We're one take, no face, no case. It is what it is, man. If you like this channel, if you appreciate it, make sure you subscribe. I will still be covering ZBCN through this cycle. And we'll see where that takes this channel, because that is clearly what is the interest right now. With XRP, I mean, don't worry, like, trust me, I got me a bag of XRP. I'm going to be alright. But I'm not going to be able to, I don't know if I'll be able to break into this XRP YouTube ecosystem. And it just seems like I will be able to at some point, but it seems like a pretty good idea to, follow the coattails of ZBCN and really start to cover this a little bit more, as this is such a small project, and I think there's a lot of space for YouTubers on this platform. I do know about others, and I ain't gonna lie to you, Lee the Captain or whoever this dude is, I do be stealing some thumbnails sometimes, but I'm real. I'll give you the credit. I'm real. I go on Google, I type in ZBCN, and that's my thumbnail. If I want to make a thumbnail, I'll make a thumbnail. But I got a real life to live too, guys, and I'm just here to commentate a little bit on the crypto space, and it is what it is. I'm not here to say I'm gonna get you guys rich. I'm not here to say I'm rich or I know what the best thing is. I'm here to commentate, and I guess time will tell what pays off. You know what I'm saying? Time will tell. And one day I will update this channel and we'll see where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep posting until that. And yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. No face, no case.